Hey, it's John and Mike, brew-dudes.com. We have beer in front of us, as we sometimes do. And this is selection number 1 on the whiteboard.
Number 1.
This is the English Pale Ale. It's coming in at 5.7% ABV. And this is something that Mike brewed, as you can probably tell.
What do you know?
Because it's in his basement, in Studio Z.
Yes.
Is that where we are? We've changed the studio's letters so many times. So this is a English Pale Ale made in the style of English Pale Ales of yore.
Of yore,
like
yeah.
the 1990s.
You know, like normally I brew something and we call it like a bitter or something. But this beer is just, I'm just calling this English Pale Ale. Meaning it's a pale ale. I wanted an easy drinking pale ale that had a lot of English type character to it. And I didn't really care what the strength was or how it was going to come out. I was just looking for something English in character that would taste good, be easy to drink. I wasn't really trying to push it into a style. Aside from you drink it, go, oh wow, this is very English in character, or the pale ale. So, so that's where we came from. Okay, so I'll give you the recipe real quick,
Please.
So. This is 10 pounds of pale ale malt, and specifically it's actually Munton's Pale Ale, because I bought a 50-pound sack of it. So 10 pounds. It's 1 pound of Munich Type 1, which is about 7 love. Not very English, but super intense breadiness. And then it's a full pound, way too much, but it's a pound of medium crystal, which is about 60 love.
Yeah, a lot of crystal in this.
And then I did a mash temp here of about 149, 150-ish. Yeah, 150. And there you go. And then the original gravity of this beer came in at 1060, and it finished at 1016.
Nice.
And that's how we get an ABV of about 5.7 up on the board.
Right there.
So there we go.
What's the hop selection?
Oh yeah, so the hops on this baby, of course, is just, I think with this one was 2 ounces of EKG. It's about 6% alpha acid.
EKG, no fuggles.
For 60 minutes and no screwing around. Yeah, no fuggles in this one.
And the yeast selection?
This yeast, which is not in my notes, but I know that this was WLP 007 dry English ale yeast, because I've been experimenting with that one.
And how long did you ferment?
This guy was in the fermenter for 10 days.
10 days.
10 days.
At what temperature? Your basement temperature?
Whatever the temperature this is. Yeah, ambient temperature. So it was about 65, 68. I did put a wrap on it. So it went about 65 for 3 or 4 days. And then once I see activity starting to slow down, I put the wrap on it, just a brew belt, and keep the temperature up so it stays active as much as it can. So there we go.
Wow. Well,
I'm going to try to get a little
do that.
beer cam, just to try to see if this works.
He set up his phone on a stand, and hopefully that...
So we'll see.
Yeah,
if you're viewing the beer at home, great. If not, that footage didn't go so well. Experimentation here.
So right off the aroma, well, you want us to talk appearance. It's a little cloudy, but nice...
It's still a little cloudy.
Tan, caramelly look. I'd say like almost to the amber color, but
yeah, it's definitely like
copper.
a deep copper.
Yeah,
deep copper color.
Like I said right up before we started the camera, it's rolling. Very bready in the nose, sweet caramel aroma as well. My first sniff, it was like, there's like bready, like doughy notes.
Yeah.
And that kind of brings like the second whiff. I'm getting a lot of like, it's almost like just sugar. Like caramelly sugar.
Yeah, a little bit like a brown sugar.
And then in the taste, I'm tasting that Munich.
Yeah.
There's some nice malty, like
It's
just
very malty. Yeah, it's super malty.
Yes.
Too malty almost for me. I mean, I like it.
Yeah.
But it's not hard to drink, but it's not like super quaffable. Right?
Yeah.
I don't think. I think if I was going to redo it, I would probably go to half a pound of each of those specialty malts. Half a pound of the Munich and half a pound of the Munich Crystal. Or actually just do one or the other.
Yeah.
If I really wanted to make it feel more English, I'd probably just drop the Munich and stay with the 1 pound of medium crystal.
Yeah.
But this was an experiment.
Yeah.
And I like the beer. It's a good drinking beer. So
There's a lot of the caramel sweetness is the one thing you said in that maybe it's not quaffable. I think that's the thing that's kind of holding me back. It's like, okay, there's like a.
It's not like cloyingly sweet, but it's just so rich. It's just super, super rich. Like the bread note, the biscuit note is huge.
Yeah.
And then there's that caramel 60 character is also huge. That's what I was going for. I wanted those two things to be huge. It's just they're a little bit more huge than I would have liked.
So people ask, water chemistry. What was you used RO water?
No.
No, what'd you use?
So you got to wait. It's coming. But I've been screwing around with water chemistry, trying to learn something different. And then we will have a video where I present that. But I will just tell you this. Again, just like on a couple other beers, this beer got a bunch of gypsum added to it, but only from the standpoint to try to balance out the gypsum with the chloride that's in our water. We've recently learned that our water may be very different than what it used to be, because our town has switched over to a new well system. So we need to get some results on that. But anyway, the reality is I've been using just our town tap water and adding gypsum.
How much? A few grams?
Well, I'll tell you this: 10 grams of gypsum into 12 gallons of water.
Okay.
I'm filling my HLT to 12 gallons, and I am treating the whole 12 gallons. So to be fair, too, then let's just get into it. So my mash was about 4.5 gallons of strike water. I also used a touch of lactic acid, 3 mils of lactic acid in that strike water, just that part, not the whole HLT, just the mash to get the pH in the right place.
Okay.
So I'm sort of trying to experiment with
pH.
So I'm trying to experiment with just getting the right mash pH so I can get the right attenuation that I want. I just want to make sure I'm getting a good mash chemistry. That's what I'm focusing on. There's a series of 5 beers that I've been brewing, and that's sort of like all I'm going to give you for the bigger project that's going on.
So he's got this mad experiment going on, and I just kind of like dug a little too deep, and I've just revealed something.
Little bit of a preview.
I can't wait.
A little bit of a preview.
Can't wait. All right. Well, this has been an interesting first take at a larger experimental series.
Yes.
I can't wait to see what else you got cooking. But, for what you were going for, you got it. Again, I think
that the 2 ounces of hops would be a little bit more prevalent if it wasn't so so robust.
So malty. Yeah, rich and malty.
Yep.
All right. So that's, this reminds, let's go back up to Portland, Maine, like 1995. We'll sit at the bar at Gritty's or something like that and have an English ale.
You know what? You're right. This is very reminiscent of like mid-90s craft beer, right? Ton of character malt, especially crystal malt.
From our neck of the woods,
The only good thing here is there isn't any of that yeast character in here, though.
No.
Right?
There's
none
ringwood,
of that ringwood diacetyl. So try to avoid that like the plague. But it's all good.
Well, thanks for bringing me back. Like, what is it? Geez, over 20 years. My
Nostalgia
God.
Pale Ale. Yeah.
Wow. All right. Thanks a lot.
Good times.
Yes.
Good times.
Back when I was a young man, we used to drink these all the time. Hope you liked this video. If you did, give us a thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel, and leave a comment if you'd like to reminisce about what you were doing 24 years ago. Probably maybe people weren't even born, which kind of bums me out, but that's okay. I'm drinking beer. For John and Mike, brew-dudes.com, brew on.
Cheers.